What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting to you from the D. Let's get into this about Shannon Sharpe. He's canceled his NightCap tour. So, this summer, I think we're supposed to be starting next month. He was supposed to be doing this tour for his evening show with Ocho. And I thought that was an interesting thing. I mean, he was really growing that brand. Him and Ocho, they make a really good duo talking about sports and, different popular trends. So I liked it. I've tuned into it a few times. I really enjoyed it. Then, this situation happened and he was losing sponsors behind it. And I think that's the reason for why the NightCap tour is being canceled. I think his sponsors pulled out. I mean, I get why. If you're a brand, you don't want any association with a person that is facing the allegations that Shannon Sharpe is. I mean, it's just business. I get it. It's not personal, it's business. You're a very visible person, big personality, and right now you being sued for some stuff that just look really bad, and then you put receipts out there yourself, kind of helping her claims a bit. I mean, I don't know what legal team he using, but I really hope he relieve them of their services, because the stuff that they put out did not help at all. But nonetheless, not only is this situation affecting Unc Shay's bag, but it's affecting other people's bag too, because he's not on NightCap by himself. He on there with Ocho. Ocho is a notorious, saver. All right, this is a guy that he knows how to stretch a dollar. So I don't think he in any way, shape, or form is struggling financially, because dude really knows how to penny pinch. But that don't change the fact that he probably was looking forward to that bag. When Unc Shay announces that the tour will be next year instead, and it'll be bigger and better and all that, Ocho not looking all that excited about it. If he were a poker player, he'd be one of the worst at it, because he could not hide just, I don't want to say sadness, but it was just one of them things like, damn, man, damn. They done already talked about it, of course, but now hearing it actually be said that it's being canceled, on air, this makes it official. So hearing it again, man, and knowing this is it, we ain't doing it, he just had one of them damn looks. I mean, he tried to hold it together pretty, as best he could. He did pretty well. But yeah, you can see he's not exactly thrilled about the fact that the stuff going on with Unc Shay is affecting his bag too. And I can't say that I blame him, but man, you really got to be careful about the women you let in your life. Monique came on there, jokingly warned him about the way he was moving. Cat Williams came on there, jokingly warned him about the way that he was moving. In both cases, he scoffed at it. In both cases, he wasn't trying to hear anything they was saying. And then you skip forward to now, and he probably wishes he had. I mean, I've never seen another case where you got a guy that's being warned, one by a prominent male figure, one by a prominent female figure, and they both said the same thing. Like, bro, these young girls you like so much, especially these fairer girls, the snow queens, You might want to be a little bit careful. You just might. He just was not, he was like stubborn to a point and buffing off, saying, basically calling people haters, not referring to them, but just people in general who was telling him like, maybe these girls is like 19, 20, 21, and dude, you in your mid 50s, maybe kind of leave them alone, man. And yeah, he was having these clapbacks like, oh, I wanna date my wage. People say date your age. Nah, how about I date my wage? He was essentially alluding to the fact that if y'all had it like I got it, y'all would be doing the same thing. And he might be right. A lot of them people that's in the comments criticizing him, especially the dudes, if they was in his situation, probably would have been tapping him some young snow bunny too. So he was trying to categorize all of them as just being haters. Like they would do the same thing if they was him and whatnot. Even though he was getting wisdom, he was getting free game, he didn't want to hear it. So he basically categorized it all as hating to justify why he wasn't really willing to take any of this wisdom. And we see how that's played out. You skip forward to now. He done lost the sponsors on the NightCap show. You saw that the DraftKings logo was gone. The Boost Mobile logo was gone. That Boost Mobile bag was probably nice too, because they sent him the LED sign to have blaring in the back or whatever. So that Boost Mobile bag was probably nice. And he lost that, man. Listen, let me tell y'all this, and I'm gonna let y'all go. No box in the world is worth all this. None. There is no box that exists that is worth all this. Protect yourself. Vet women as best as you possibly can. Move accordingly. Once you reach a certain level, many won't reach this level, but many will. If you reach a certain level of visibility, you have to understand that the women that are chasing you are doing so because of what you can do for them. Everybody got to sign NDAs at that point. It's just the way that it is. You can't have people going out here saying this, saying that, or whatever, talking about how y'all went out. I mean, the old girl was out of pocket. She recording him on the phone. You got the audio clip out there saying that he might choke her in public and all that. Man, this stuff is bad for business. There is no box worth that. He offered her to sign the NDA, and she refused to. At that point, he should have never dealt with her again. He really should have. If they don't want to sign an NDA, you got to ask yourself, why? Why? All I'm doing is protecting myself. You claim you rock with me, you legit, you not after me for money or fame or clout or any of that sort of stuff. The quickest and easiest way to prove that to me would be to go ahead and sign this NDA. Why are you making a big deal out of it? Sign an NDA and let's go ahead and get checkers. Nah, y'all know I ain't messing with no checkers. But y'all get what I'm saying. Sign the NDA and let's go on and get something to eat. Let's get on up out of here. Sign the NDA. Let me get a picture of your driver's license. Let me set up a camera so I got video proof you weren't signing this under duress. You got to go through that. You got to go through that step, man. And this is why certain people, you don't be hearing them on TMZ. You don't be hearing about their life, anything, because they take the necessary steps to protect themselves. So I'm telling y'all, ain't no box worth all this, especially some girl 19 years old or whatever. I mean, come on, man. Every time something come up with Unc, I'd be wondering, like, bro, what were you thinking, man? How in your mind did you see this working out? Like, how did you, in your mind, expect this to play out? Because clearly it wasn't this way. So how did you see this playing out? I'm going to leave it there, though, y'all. I think I've said enough on this. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. Hit me in them comments. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.